I'm very excited to welcome to the show today Vision Mastery Strategist Meshell Baker. Thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you. It's so good to be here, Jody.
I've had so much fun getting to know you and what you do. Tell the folks at home about you.
Wow, that is such an amazing question, because when you actually love your life, there's like, what do you want to know about me? Because I could share a lot of things. But for the time's sake, the thing I love the most is that I get to work with people to help them create a compelling vision and future for their life, so powerful that their past gets jealous. I love to do that. I love to see people shed the shame and the regret of the past and live an amazing life based off of what they can, will, and want to create for themselves and their families.
How did you get to the point that this is what you want to do?
It is an evolution of my desire to be a better person, a better human. I was incarcerated at the young age of 20, and it really changed my mindset on what I didn't want. So at a young age, I wasn't clear on what I wanted, but I was crystal clear on what I didn't want. And I understood that in order to not go back, it required having a job. And the best way to not only have a job, but to keep a job is to be the best, to show up in excellence, to be a solution-oriented individual and support whatever manager or boss or supervisor is in that role above you. And I learned early that it created so much opportunity that I started to go, I wonder what happened if I did that in other areas of my life. I wonder if I showed up early, if I stayed up late, if I supported people in other areas of my life, would I have those same results? And I did. And as time went on, this behavior garnered me favor amongst people, and I started to get mentors and wise sage advisors who gave me books to read and who planted seeds for a better life and future. And my life has just been a growing and knowing and experiencing of becoming the best and highest version of myself, because that's all anyone can do.
How are you different today compared to when you were 20?
Oh, wow. The difference today is that my decisions are focused. They're focused on creating a vision, whereas when I was 20, I just knew what I didn't want. I was intimidated by my circumstances. I was shamed by my mistake of incarceration, whereas today I actually clearly know what I want, what I will create, and I know that there is no limit to what I can do, and that my past just serves to create the credibility and the amazingness of who I am. It just shows me what I am capable of doing no matter what.
I believe that you are a great example that just because a person goes down the wrong path, it doesn't define you. You can change and provide great value to society.
I absolutely believe that every person has the capacity to be amazing. No one wants to fail. If anyone tells you that someone wants to be a failure or quote unquote a loser because that's what they want to be, it's a lie. Everyone is born with the desire to succeed. Remember, we all won. We all beat out 100 million other sperms. So we were born with the desire to be a winner. When we start walking, we're walking without the knowledge of this capability. We're looking at all these amazing adults around us doing this thing that feels impossible, and we're told that we can do anything in that moment. So we are born and we are created to succeed. We actually are taught to fail. Failure is not anything. We're conditioned to fail. So your true nature as a human is to succeed. And when you're able to recondition that success back into you, there's nothing and no one, not even yourself, that will stop you.
How do you pass this on to other people?
Well, I mean, there's several ways. My favorite way is I work with people to create that compelling vision. So we look at where they are. The vision is the what, and we will define that and say, what is it you want to achieve? What would you like to have done at the end of your life, your legacy? So we go backwards, go on to the future, and then we move back, and then we say, why? Why do you want to do that? And then we create, that's your internal motivation. That allows you in the face of challenges and circumstances to keep going. I always tell people that when you have a strong, compelling why, that internal motivation, all your problems become possibilities and your obstacles become opportunities, right? You look at them very differently. And then the final component is we look at the who, the identity. And this is the work that very few people actually do, because in order to have something more, better, or different, you must become someone more, better, or different. Because if you didn't need to become it, you'd already have it. And that is the most challenging thing to do, because that's your habits, that's your identity, and your identity is locked in. You're a complete person. So doing that means that you're changing habits. And what is the hardest thing for any adult to do? Change habits. So that's the work that we do, and we do it various ways. I have a vision mastery immersion where you do one-on-one work with me. I have online periodic courses called the Wisdom of Why, where you actually create that whole process and program. And then I have ongoing groups and one-on-one coaching, and everything I do is backed with 45 days of successful habit conditioning. So you don't just create your vision, I support you in actually creating the habits so you have ongoing, lifelong, lasting success.
I believe that a lot of people can come up with a vision, but where people fail is in the execution. It is difficult, isn't it?
Oh, it's the hardest thing you've ever done. So vision means that you have this desire. Desire, broken up into the Greek basis of the word, de is of or from, sire the father. So just validating that the desire is something that's honored, that you can honor, that's part of the work. Some people don't even believe that what they want, they deserve. So just getting them to that state of worthiness is work sometimes. But once you see what you want and going after it, it is the most challenging thing you've ever done, because most of the world does what? So what do? They start doing, and I got to do this, and I got to go here, and I gotta, and I have to, and I need to, and I ought to. You hear this time and time again. Even me saying that, if you're listening, it's exhaustive. It's willpower, and we know willpower is the limited amount of capacity. What I teach people is how to create the habit. So the habit, 80% of what you do on a daily basis, then it just becomes who you are, and it's effortless, because if it's who you are, why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you succeed? And that's what success actually is. It's becoming success, not having it or doing it, but becoming it.
Who are the types of people that you work with? Who is your client?
My client is someone who's already succeeding or has had success, and they've lost the joy of where they are. They are in the doing. They are caught up in the busy work. They're running around doing this. When you hear them, they're talking about what they have to do, ought to do, need to do, should do. It's everything is in the actual physicality of activities. They don't feel like they have enough time in the day to get things done, or they don't have enough resources or money to get things done. They are struggling with relationships. People are on their nerves. They're really on pins and needles and on edge, and they're feeling burnt out, yet they still believe in something, that they're capable of doing something amazing. They still have that inner voice that keeps haunting them, that I can do something amazing, and they don't know how to do it. They are just really frustrated and overwhelmed, and I take them out of that space of doing into a life of being.
Just getting to know you in the short time that I have, I know that you have so much value that you can provide our audience. What is the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Oh, the best way to get in touch with me, you can go to my website. It's Meshell, Meshell, Baker.com. And right on the contact page, you can schedule a conversation with me. It's called a discovery session. And the reason I ask for people to fill that out, it gives me background so that any conversation I have, I can be of service, right? I tell people it's not always about getting a client. More than anything, it's about leaving value. Because see, people think that you make money. And I tell them this all the time now. No one actually makes money. The only people who make money work in a mint. We actually exchange of value. So when I get to be valuable to you, I put more value out. Right? And the more value I put out, the more valuable I become, and it's a currency and a flow. So I love the opportunity to be of value to you. So MeshellBaker.com, let's have a conversation and see how we can get your vision to be such that your past gets jealous.
Great information, Meshell. Thank you for being on our show today.
Oh, thank you. This has been amazing, Jody. Jody's amazing, so this is so fun, and it's an honor to work with you.
Thank you.